It's turtle soup time now.
All right, now we've finished trimming any leftover connective tissue off of the outside of our parts of the turtle. We soaked the meat in a saltwater solution for about 4 days just to pull any of the blood that was still inside of the muscles out of the animal, and then we drained that off into the sink. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add some High Mountain steak seasoning to it from the Western Sizzler line. Now the reason we're using this steak seasoning is because the soup that we're going to be making is basically going to be like a beef vegetable soup, except we're going to use turtle meat. This is going to give us that beef bouillon flavor as we rub it into the meat. Now normally when we're making Cancooker recipes, we'll generally only use about 12 ounces of liquid, but because we need that good beef broth stock or turtle broth stock, we're going to use about 24 ounces of water here. Just going to put this right in the bottom of our Cancooker, and now we'll just add our meat, put it right down into the bottom of the pan here. Alright, now we'll just snap the lid onto our Cancooker, and we've already turned our stove on and we've set it for a very, very low flame, so we're just going to get a low heat source. Now once the Cancooker starts to steam, we're going to let it steam for about 3 to 4 hours, and we may even check it just to make sure that that meat is starting to fall off the bone. Alright, now we've steamed all the meat off of the bones of our turtle in the Cancooker. We put it in the refrigerator overnight just to let it set up a little bit, and now we've taken all the meat off the bones. Now be really careful when you're pulling the meat off the bone, especially when you get around the tail and around the neck, because those small vertebrae can fall apart into your broth and they can be really difficult to find, and you sure don't want to find one whenever you chip a tooth. Go ahead and put our meat right back into our Cancooker so we can finish preparing our soup. Now that we've cleaned our meat, we've placed it in the Cancooker, we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. Now we're just going to add 2 bags of mixed vegetables here. We'll add 1 can of diced tomatoes. Now we'll add a couple of bay leaves. We're going to add a little bit of whole peppercorns. We're going to add some parsley and some basil. And basically, you can just season the soup to your liking, just like you would a regular vegetable soup, except we're using turtle meat. Then we're going to take our Cancooker. We're going to set it back on the oven. We're going to put it on low heat once again. We're not going to seal the lid on. We're just going to use this like you would a standard pot. We're going to simmer it for about 2 hours until that soup gets a good blend. All the flavor and seasonings are cooked thoroughly. All of our vegetables are cooked the whole way through, and we are going to have a fantastic turtle soup.